welcome to Southside United. I'm pleased. Let's start with our prayer. From the tops of our head to the tips of our toes, from the lobes of our ears to the end of our nose, from our back to our front, to our weepy fingers all flip as if you're a seer. God loves you, hooray!
Yeah.
All claws if you're a koala.
Okay, shall we sing?
We're going to sing Only a Holy God.
You like that song, don't you?
It's okay.
Okay, let's sing. Let's sing. Who else commands all the hosts of heaven? Who else could make every king bow down? Who else can whisper and darkness trembles? Only a holy God. What other beauty demands such praises? What other splendor outshines the sun? What other majesty rules with justice? Only a holy God. Come and behold him, the one and the only. Cry out, sing holy, forever a holy God. Come and worship the holy God. What other glory consumes like fire? What other power can raise the dead? What other name he reigns undefeated? Only a holy God. Come and behold him, the one and the only. Cry out, sing holy, forever a holy God. Come and worship the holy God. Come and behold him, the one and the only. Cry out, sing holy, forever a holy God. Come and worship the holy God. Who else could rescue me from my failing? Who else would offer his only son? Who else invites me to call him Father? Only a holy God. Only my holy God. Come and behold him, the one and the only. Cry out, sing holy, forever a holy God. Come and worship the holy God. Come and behold him, the one and the only. Cry out, sing holy, forever a holy God. Come and worship the holy God.
Let's call for Grover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grover! He's not here. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Grover! Still not here. Let's try one more time. 1, 2, 3. James Bond!
Dun dun dun! Bond! Grover Bond! Hey, Ollie!
Hi, Grover.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I don't know. I don't want to just hang out with your dad.
Yeah, he's gross. You make me laugh when you say naughty things like that.
Oh, I know. What could make you laugh?
What?
Oh, let's dress up your dad and help us remind him of the Bible story of the week.
Ooh, that would make that That would be great. Yes, that would be great.
Oh, good. You're going to dress me up as a king. That would be nice. No. I've got some stuff over in the bag. So Ollie, let's watch him get dressed. Ready? Ready? Go get dressed. Hang on. No.
I'll get it for you. Here you go, Grover.
Thank you. Okay, you can go get dressed now. Okay. Oh, I think you forgot something. I don't think I need. Oh, I think you need to go and check the bag. I don't think I need to check the bag.
Do you want me to go get it for you, Grover?
Oh, I'll make him go and get it.
Yeah, you did forget something.
Oh, joy.
You did forget something with the cracker. By the way, a cracker is a mythical beast.
Okay.
I kind of like an octopus.
That's better. Is that better, Ollie?
Yes.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Okay, Ollie.
Yes.
Yeah. What? So why do you think Jesus rode on a donkey?
Jesus was showing that he was a king. He wanted people to know that he was coming into Jerusalem. Something special was happening.
Oh well, that people thought that he was a king, yeah. But would a king normally be riding on a donkey?
No, they'd be riding on a big white horse.
Oh, that would have been nice to be a big white horse. Shh, donkey.
But Jesus is a different type of king. He is a servant king, as we have been seeing over the last few weeks in church. God.
Oh yeah, John does tell us that he did all this to fulfill what the prophet had said. But of course, the disciples didn't really realise that till later, did they?
Yes, they seem a bit thick sometimes, like some other people.
I wonder who he means, Grover. I guess that Jesus is a special type of king, right?
That's right, Grover. He is a servant king, always looking after his people.
Oh, and the second reading reminds us that Jesus was a king. They put a big sign above his head. But that's strange, that days before the crowd had sung and shouted about Jesus being a king, and now they watch Jesus die as they read the sign. I wonder why they changed.
I think they changed because they were expecting a big powerful king. They wanted the king on a big horse. Instead they got this king of love.
Oh yeah, it's a bit of a shock for them, but Jesus really is the great king. Even if the crowd couldn't always see it, the sign points to it. And he's more than just the king of the Jews. Jesus is the king of everyone.
He sure is, Grover.
Well, I think I need to go off and see if I can find some fancy dress for next week. Bye, Ollie.
Bye.
Bye, Donkey. Bye, Grover.
Donkey sounds big news. They only say hee-haw.
Hee-haw.
Stay in that donkey costume.
I was going to say, do you think he's gone? But apparently I need to stay like this. That was great of Grover to help us to remember the Bible reading, that Jesus is the king. And the crowd shouted out on Palm Sunday as he comes riding the donkey. Hee-haw, hee-haw. And Pilate puts the sign above him on Good Friday. And hopefully we know it in our hearts. But he's not a king who just is about his own power and going, you've got to do this and you've got to do that and you've got to do that. But he's a servant king. And hopefully we're trying to be servants for others, to help them to know about King Jesus. We need to share, we need to look after it, we need to let our light shine. We could sing about let our little light shine. Let's sing.
Yeah.
Let's sing, let's go, ready? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All over the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, all over the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All over the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Don't let Satan blow it out, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, don't let Satan blow it out, I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let Satan put it out, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, so as we think about Jesus on the cross, would you like me to tell you a story?
Woo, woo.
Is that yes, Pigeon? Okay,
I speak a fluent pigeon.
very fluent Pigeon. Shall I read it in Pigeon or shall I read it in human?
Human.
Okay.
And then read it in pigeon.
Okay. Once there were 3 trees on a hill in the woods. They were discussing their hopes and dreams when the first tree said, "Someday I hope to be a treasure chest. I could be filled with gold, silver and precious gems. I could be decorated with intricate carving and everyone would see my beauty." Does that sound good? You'd like a treasure chest, wouldn't you?
Full of chocolate.
Then the second tree said, "Someday I will be a mighty ship. I will take kings and queens across the waters and sail to the corners of the world. Everyone will feel safe in me because of the strength of my hull." Finally, the third tree said, "I want to grow to be the tallest and straightest tree in the forest. People will see me on top of the hill and look up to my branches and think of the heavens and God and how close to them I am reaching. I will be the greatest tree of all time and people will always remember me." After a few years of praying that their dreams would come true, a group of woodsmen came upon the trees. When one found the first tree, he said, "Oh, this looks like a strong tree. I think I should be able to sell the wood to a carpenter." And he began cutting it down. The tree was happy because he knew that the carpenter would make him into a treasure chest. At the second tree, the woodsman said, "This looks like a strong tree. I should be able to sell it to the shipyard." The second tree was happy because he knew that he was on his way to becoming a mighty ship. When the woodsman came to the third tree, the tree was frightened because he knew that if they cut him down, his dreams would not come true. One of the woodsmen said, "I don't need anything special from my tree. I'll take this one." And he cut it down. When the first tree arrived at the carpenter's, he made it into a feed box for animals. It's not a treasure chest, is it?
Well, it's a treasure chest to animals.
He was then placed in a barn and filled with hay. This was not at all what he had prayed for.
Yes, it is. A treasure chest to animals.
Okay, maybe. The second tree was cut and made into a small fishing boat. His dream of being a mighty ship and carrying kings and queens had come to an end.
They might have won maybe next year they might have been crowned king or queen of the fishing competition.
Okay, let's see. The third tree was cut into large pieces and left alone in the dark. The years went by, and the trees forgot about their dreams. Then one day, a man and a woman came to the barn. She gave birth, and they placed the baby in the hay in the feed box, and that was made from the first tree. The man wished he could have made a crib for the baby, but this manger would have to do. What are you thinking?
I think that's J-U-S-U-S. Did I spell it correctly?
J-E-S-U-S. The tree could feel the importance of this event and knew that it had held the greatest treasure of all time.
See, I said it was a treasure chest.
Yeah.
And a treasure chest animals.
Years later, a group of men got into the fishing boat made from the second tree. One of them was tired and wanted to sleep. While they were out on the water, a great storm arose, and the tree did not think it was strong enough to keep the men safe. The men woke the sleeping man, and he stood and said,
"Shush, shush."
Peace. And the storm stopped. At this time, the tree knew that he had carried the King of Kings within its hull. Finally, someone came and got...
and the hull is the bottom of the boat, if you're wondering.
It is. Thank you for letting us know that. And finally, someone came and got the third tree. It was carried through the streets as the people mocked the man who was carrying it. When they came to a stop, the man was nailed to the tree and raised in the air to die on the top of a hill. When Sunday came, the tree came to realise that it was strong enough to stand at the top of the hill and be as close to God as was possible, because Jesus had been crucified on it. Our dreams may not come true the way we expect, but that does not mean that God is not at work in what we do and who we are. So God can do special things to us, can't he?
Yes.
And God was showing that Jesus was a special kind of king in our readings. He wasn't one that just went, He was a king that wanted to do amazing things. He wants us to do amazing things. So we need to try and follow in his footsteps. We've been talking about following in his footsteps at church, haven't we?
Yeah, and if he did get married, he might have scolded his children for stealing from the cookie box.
He might have just told them that wasn't nice, but he didn't get married, and that's all right.
Were cookies invented back then?
I don't know whether they had, probably not cookies back then, but they would have had something they would have liked to snack on, I'm sure. Thanks for joining us this week. Do you know what's happening on Sunday?
Goga booga 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 dooga dooga dooga.
I'm not sure if that's Oliver talk for. We've got a combined service here at Yeronga, 9 o'clock on Sunday, so make sure you're here. Rachel and I are going to be talking a bit more about these two readings and helping us to understand what they tell us about Jesus being a king and how the crowd reacted to Jesus as a king.
Are you going to read Story 500?
No. So we'd love to see you here. If we don't see you, will we see you again next Wednesday, Ollie?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.
Grover, you insulted donkeys. Donkeys are a perfectly good animal.
Oh, they are.
And sorry if my breath smells bad. I haven't ever had a breath mint once in my life.